Hi, this is TiffanieTravels, where I help women and families change their lives through travel and wealth creation. Lately, I've also been adding in a life of ease. Change your life through a life of ease. So, on my channel, you'll find travel vlogs as well as videos for financial independence, and lately, videos for a life of ease. And speaking of a life of ease, I went Microlocs to support a life of ease. It was just simply easier. It was time to transition to a style which was easier for the period of life that I'm currently in. When I was in my 20s, I had tons of time for wash day, tons of time to detangle and to, try out different conditioners. Oh, try this avocado conditioner or try this Trader Joe conditioner. I had tons of time to condition. I could sit under the dryer. I could detangle. I could blow dry, flat iron, tons of time. Now I'm a mother. I'm in my 40s. I don't quite have the same time. So I decided this stage of life would be a good time to try out Microlocs. And I wanted to share that journey with you guys. So subscribe to see how it all progresses. Okay, so first I want to tell you about my installation. It took 12 hours. Okay, I got to my Loctician at 7 a.m. and I left a little bit before 7 p.m. I live in South Florida and I got it done in the summer. So it was still light outside. It was one day and she knocked it out. She was pretty good. She took a 1 hour break for lunch, and then she took two 15-minute breaks, like one in the morning and one in the afternoon, like after lunch, so that she can just, I guess, rest her back or her hands. But that was it. She was pretty fast. And my installation was braids. I got braids. It's about maybe two-thirds of the way down. It's braided until about there. So if I take another one, maybe one over here, it's braided from the root. My hair is pretty long to about here. And then this ends are two-strand twist. So braided two-thirds of the way down and then two-strand twist at the end. I didn't do two-strand twists all the way from the root to the tip because those usually get bigger and I wanted the locks to stay smaller. And there's also the option of doing interlocking from root to tip. That takes forever. Okay. And it's also more expensive. So it would take probably 3 days and it would be more expensive. I was looking for, like I said, I'm a mother. I didn't have 3 days to be away from home. So I went with the 1 day option, which is the braid. And then I go back every 4 to 7 weeks for a retie, and that takes about 2 hours to do my whole head. So 2 hours every month and a half is about all the maintenance that I do now. Um, what else about my installation? That's pretty much it about the installation. The maintenance has been super, 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 super easy. All I do is my reties, and then I also, of course, wash my hair, dry my hair. But it's so much easier to wash my hair in this style than it used to be. Literally, all I do is shampoo, and that's it. Shampoo. Before, it would literally take, I'm not even joking, it would take hours to shampoo and condition and detangle my hair because my hair loves to tangle. So my hair is just tangled within itself. It would take, I would have to detangle before I shampoo, and then I would have to part it into different sections and shampoo it by section because if I did it all together, shampoo, I would get a lot of tangles and it would take even longer. So I would section it, detangle, shampoo, and then condition. It would take hours. I'm not even kidding. It would take hours to do that whole process. And then That's not even including the drying process. Like it would take my hair days to dry if unless I blow dried it. And so I usually just braid it and let it dry and then do a braid out. But that would take hours and then I would have to think, do I have hours to wash my hair today? Now it doesn't take any time at all. Maybe takes, 5 minutes to shampoo and rinse. It is so maintenance has been so much easier. Okay. I do have shrinkage. So my hair, if I pull it, if I pull is down here. So I move back from the camera. It's down here. So I don't know how many, that's 7 inches or so of shrinkage. And yeah, I had a lot of hair to start with. How much did it cost me to do my installation? Oh, hold on. I found my Loctician through a braider because I knew I wanted to start my locks with braids. And so I was thinking if I went to someone who does braids, it would be cheaper than going to someone who's an actual loctician. So I took a picture of like mini braids, or it was a video actually of mini braids, and I sent it to a braiding stylist. That's what she does all day is braiding. And I thought at most she would charge, a couple $100 because she's not adding in any hair and you're literally just braiding my own hair, parting it and braiding it. And I sent her the style and she said, I don't do that. She was like, I don't do that style. So then she sent me to a loctician, but it was a loctician who she's familiar with. So I asked the loctician how much was her prices. I think she said 650 or yeah, 650 for installation. And then I went to her salon and she saw the length of my hair. So my hair goes like down to my back over here in the back, and she was like, oh no, you have like 14 to 16 inches of hair, so for you it's going to be an extra 150. So it was 800, I think, if I remember correctly, $800 for my installation, and then my reties are like 150. I don't really remember, but I think they're 150. So that's my maintenance and my installation. Why did I choose Microlocs over other types of locks, over just regular bigger locks, or over Sisterlocks? Sisterlocks was way too small and it was going to take too much time. Even the reties would have taken too much time per maintenance cycle, and the installation was going to take too much time and it was going to be too expensive to do a sister lock install. So I went with Microlocs. The bigger ones I could have went with small locks, but I had twists in my hair before this, and when my twists would get old, I didn't really like the way that they looked. So I thought that that size locks wouldn't look as good. So I went with Microlocs. I felt like I could still do braids if I want to. I could still put in extensions and braids in this hair. So I figured that was a good middle ground. Microlocs. It was a good size for what I wanted to do. And then, do I like it? Yeah, I like it. So it's been so much easier. Even doing videos, because I do vlogs on my channel. I do talking head videos. It's so much easier to get ready for the videos. I really don't do anything. I just turn on the camera. So the ease part of it, definitely much, much easier. I'm still not sure how much I like the actual style, the actual look of it. Like it's growing on me. We'll see how it goes. Okay, subscribe to see that journey. But I do have a video I wanted to show you guys of my hair before. How do you prepare for travel? For me, it was time to start my lock journey. It was time to just always be ready. Straightening this much hair, I have a lot of hair, a lot of thick hair, straightening this much hair only to go somewhere and have the humidity and have the water. I'm in and out of the pool, in and out of the ocean, just to have it shrink in like 5 seconds was not practical. So I need a new solution for this next phase of my life. Okay, so I said there that I have a lot of hair, but actually, like as my stylist was doing my hair, I realized I don't think I have a high density hair. Like I don't have a lot of strands of hair. I think just each strand was it took up a lot of space because of the curls. It just would take up a lot of space. But I have 265 locks. And there are people who have like 400 locks just because they have such dense hair. There's so many actual strands of hair. So their boxes, they can make more boxes on their head. So I think I have low density hair. And my actual strands of hair, I think, are fine because they would just tingle into each other. So that's what I'm thinking. Let me see what else. Oh, I also wanted to show you how it looked right after. So that is maybe like a couple of weeks after I got it done. So you can see the shrinkage from the previous video. That's pretty much my experience so far. So far, it definitely has been easier, which is what I wanted, what the mission was. So that has been accomplished. YouTube thinks you might like this video right here, but I think you would like this one over here.